Alright, hey everybody. Phoenix Flight again. Has been a little while, been busy with life. As you can see, I'm actually going to review one of my own replays for once, for a change. This is being recorded just minutes before the 0.90 update that'll introduce the Farseer unit for the first time, along with new specialists such as Sabertooth Spesh and changing marksman's special so that it appears on round 2 and so on. So that's currently where the meta is. Yeah, as you can see, I now am a professional, semi-professional looking Twitch setup. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays generally, so definitely stop on by my stream sometime if you want to get live games along with live replay reviews. So mostly looking at this game just because it's I'm pretty proud of this one in particular. With this game being the last one before the 0.9 update for me, I was actually able to cross to 1656 MMR as I recorded up there for my next stream, going 6-1 on the night. And yeah, basically really proud of this game. This person, this DT Lays here, I think it was like a 1710 level player, so like I was a bit of an underdog coming into it, and I came 3rd place in the 2nd level group for the mini tournament earlier today, or technically yesterday. So really happy about that. And here we go. So I am playing Supply Spesh, going into a Giant Spesh. And yeah, just going for a really standard setup, mostly just going for the Archies just to get some early chaff clear going, storms to be my heavy hitters, and then some crawlers to help distract his storms. But yeah, I'm really excited about this upcoming patch. Excited that I got to my new all-time high MMR, all-time high combat power, so starting to feel smart a little bit again, right as the meta is about to change. But I think I'll like I think I'm gonna like the Farseer as a standard style player. Something that I'd been wanting for a while. Some sort of support base unit, something that whose primary purpose is to buff your other units. So really excited to see what the future of the game holds. But yeah, not much to say about round 1 here. Okay, I'm sorry about any audio issues. I'm not sure what the deal with those are, but I've got to get this out quick before the end of the era here, so it's my last chance. I'm really considering mass-produced Melter at this time, just given that he's Giant Specialist, so I know he's going to be building Giants at some point. And I feel like if I don't pick mass-produced Melter and he does, I'm in significant trouble, because he'll just completely spam the hell out of melting points and dominate me. So I'm just going to be building chaff this round, some late arrivers. I mean, knowing that he's Giant Special, I'm not too surprised that he goes into the early Melter. But one of the tricks that I learned from Clint Leetwood a little while ago, for backline crawlers, having 3 units of space in between is really good, because if, say, a Fire Badger flank or what have you comes down, you have space then to place a Rhino to get in the way of the Badgers. And then they just punch them, and there you go, you shut down the flank right away. Okay, well, hopefully the game doesn't kick me out mid-replay here, as as you can see from my Twitch timer in the live chat, nearly 4 AM local time for me, but so running on empty, but we'll give it a good try here. But as you can see, the extra wave of chaff coming in, really assisting, getting in deep to the Stormcallers, being really useful. Enemy's weakness right now is his chaff clear, so I'm trying to exploit that, going big into crawlers early on, especially because it's given round 2. So let's just speed along through this. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with the audio. Okay, this I thought about for a bit here for what I want to pick. I didn't want to go into Fortress knowing that he has the melters going already. Wasps, not too happy with, given that he's got fangs to help deal with them. And then badgers were in very serious consideration, but I went mostly for the Mustangs just to counter against a possible wasp pick, because as you can see here with my composition, I had no anti-air. So if he went for wasps, I would have been in serious trouble. And just as discussed earlier, we see the classic badger flank here. So, oh, never mind, he actually sold him. But, you know, if he stuck with it, I could have put a rhino right there to punch him next round. Okay, so decided to sell out of the badgers, go big into the mass-produced melters. I get my first melter down directly opposing his, put some more crawlers here to not only distract the stormcrawlers, but mostly to distract the melter for a bit, because as you can see, his wing over here has no chaff clear at the moment. So I'm trying my best to exploit it. He goes into crawler production to get more chaff going, which, especially with mass melter, is a pretty good strategy, especially with this one in the back, so it can be the late arriving chaff, similar to what I'm doing here with these crawlers. And then I threw down a missile here just because I saw all of his units were bunched up, so I wanted to try punishing it, but the crawlers were just a little too fast. Yeah, obviously pretty concerned about all these melters, but again, look, like the chaff clear pretty weak on his end. My late Mustangs coming in, being late chaff clear, and also doing pretty good damage against those storm crawlers in the back. Crawlers are getting in to the melters, so this is a clear sign that chaff clear needs to get better, and it allows my melter to get on his first. Alright. Yeah, and pretty simple. I mean, he can clearly see he needs better chaff clear. Pretty obvious when you got tons of crawlers messing with the melters. Alright, it was pretty much intensive training or electromag. Ion Blast, not too great for me given how spread apart all his units are. Electromag in the back could have been to at least prevent some of the crawlers coming out early. But I wanted to go intensive training mostly to try to outscale him if it comes to that. Going range on the arc lights to make sure that my chaff clear continues to be good. Because if I can get rid of his chaff, that helps my crawlers get in and continue distracting. So you can see, going for a true melter spam. How many times have we seen this before? I mean, especially with mass-produced melters. Okay, let's speed it up a bit. Yeah, and I put the intensive training on this guy for ready it for next round, mostly just so I can get the cooldown started on the intensive training if I need it. Also, I did a shallow flank on this side to pull all of his units this way to help try open up the tower a little bit, and also pull the units to where the chaff clear is poor. You can see now, because of that, these crawlers are getting in and distracting the storms and melters in the back. Similar story over here. You see the crawlers are still getting in, still causing havoc. So despite me having fewer melters, it doesn't really matter all that much because the crawlers are just causing so many problems for him right now. And my storms get in to take out the tower and turn the round in my favor. Please don't kick me out of the replay when the server goes down for maintenance. It'd be pretty devastating because I really want to review this replay in its entirety. Alright. Round 5. I'm still sweating bullets as the weaker player in this game. Junior man, no need for it in this case. But I look at all these crawlers. They're just waiting for upgrades. So for me, subsidized crawler is a no-brainer in this situation. It pays for itself immediately on round 1. So the upcoming 0.9 patch is going to have a upgrade all function, perfect for when you have subsidized crawlers. And I decided to get these melters upgraded, give him range. Try to keep him away from his melters. He goes for steel ball production, which is pretty fair. If he had, the thing is, like, it's pretty clear his chaff clear is a problem, so he goes into flame callers, which is a totally reasonable option for him. But I saw these storms earlier were causing problems, so I'm putting some crawlers right up the middle to take the first volley away from him and have him go right up the middle. And unknowingly taking these first volleys too. Or maybe not this one, this might be a little too far out. Yeah. But definitely this one over here. I'm surprised he didn't throw down a missile over here to deal with these, given how much of a problem this shallow flank was for him. But yeah, fire comes out, causes problems for the crawlers and the Mustangs, so I know I need to respond to this next round. But we'll speed it up here. Obviously, with all these crawlers getting wiped out by the fire, I don't have much of a chance. But at least the range advantage on my melters is helping out, make it not nearly as devastating. They're getting some kills, as you can see. So I'm really, I'm not going to win the round, but at least I can mitigate the amount of damage coming in my way. Okay, and then we can just speed it up here. Okay, going into this, I'm a little bit afraid of the Scorpions, but given how many melters he has, I don't think he was really going to go for them. So I just go for the simple choice, just take the Rhino and sell it. Obviously, with this many melters, a Rhino doesn't make sense, and none of the other options were really all that appealing to me. So, yep, going into Underground and Replicate on the crawlers. Underground to help avoid the fire, and then the fact that my crawlers keep on getting kills justifies the use of Replicate, and then I go for crawler production on my melters to have some more late arrivers. I'm essentially kind of using my crawlers as kind of chaff clear in a way, given how much more effective they are than his crawlers. He's going into EMP. Not sure if that was the right call. In my opinion, probably would have been better off with range, but really trying to value getting rid of my technologies first. I thought about flanking on the sides, but went against it. Instead, just wanted to do a shallow flank to take this first barrage, have it go that way. Right? And then it helps open up the middle a little bit, or the wing. Yeah, obviously the underground, pretty useful. As you can see, it's helping them get to the storms, because not only does underground have them go underground, it also increases their speed by 3 meters a second. So you get the additional speed, and the Replicate obviously makes more of them, so his chaff clear is still really, really weak. I mean, once the storm crawlers are gone, he has no answer for crawlers. So they're still getting in deep. And yeah, it's just, at this point I am a bit frightened. I mean, there's just so many melters to deal with in this melter spam. Let's speed it up here. So yeah, this is a big tempo round for Lays. Still anybody's game. Going into round 7 though. For me, it's I think it was speed special, so I went for just the fact I need the crawlers to get in, and also it's kind of like a semi counter to, or like a soft counter to storm crawlers. I go for my own EMP on my melters to help disable his melters and try to match. And went for some wasps here. Yeah, going for the wasp flank, right? if I recall correctly. Yeah. Trying to go in for a wasp flank just to distract. I noticed that this side had crawlers, this side didn't, so all that's on, and he doesn't have multi-melt as an option. So this side, these will distract the back line for a bit, so that'll help these guys get in. And he's pushing temp range, temp speed. I go temp range, I should go temp speed as well, yep. And really interesting call to put a melter that close to crawlers. I feel like it's a little dangerous, but I think this might be the play that changes everything, is putting the crawlers right here. There's some additional crawlers, because then this first volley is going out here to stop these guys. It leaves these ones wide open to get in right away in the blink of an eye. And then I get some anti-missiles to help reduce the impact of his Stormcaller flames as well. Pushing at this point, we're in round 7. I go finally get the temp attack, which should help the crawlers out as well. So yeah, let's see over here. See the crawlers get in immediately and cause havoc. The Stormcallers were getting overloaded, wasps in the back causing plenty of distraction. And yeah, despite, like, you would think with all this fire it'd be too much, but there's just too many crawlers for him to deal with at this point, with especially with the replicate going, and then the crawlers that come out of the melters, especially the ones coming up here in this wave. Just came out. Can't see them because they go underground. Yeah, this is the power of chaff and trying to overwhelm opponents by having to fire in multiple directions simultaneously. So just really proud of that win in particular. I mean, I had a bit of a rough streak recently, so I've bounced back. I'm now at my highest MMR of all time, and I'm really happy about this. I feel like this was like my big brain play that really broke it wide open and makes me feel like I'm growing as a player. So yeah, typically I'm going to review other people's replays, but just wanted to get this one in before the update. Alright, enjoy this version 0.90 going forward, and check me out on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays. Let me get the outro here. Yep, so I'm typically on 8:45 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. Central USA time. Can't always make those hours, just given life and my band and all sorts of stuff. But whenever I can, I do. Feel free to continue submitting replays on the Mechabellum Discord, and feel free to ping me, especially if you have specific questions if you want to ask. And yeah, I'm at the 1650 level, so if you're below that, I can give you constructive feedback and do the best I can to help anybody take their game to the next level. Thank you so much for watching. Continue playing Mechabellum, continue having fun, continue making mistakes, and let's have some fun with version 0.90. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Farseer unit comes out. Alright, have a good day, everybody.